So these are the...
It's gigantic.
And they intended to.
Who the hell are you? You're those kids. Stay away from the rail.
Enough from you! We need to take them down as... You messed with the wrong teacher!
Second to left. Damn! Go!
I'll help. It's my turn. Arcus, activate.
My turn! My turn! No escape!
Now.
Here we go!
Okay. Do it!
An opening!
Damn! Here we go!
Yeah. Gleaming blades. Go!
My turn! My turn! No escape!
No!
Evil will fall before my blade. This isn't the first time I've crossed swords.
They don't seem really... What would push them to go...
We can discuss that later.
Right. We need to...
Get back!
It would have been smarter to stay away, S.
I'm impressed you saw me coming, Purple Lightning. I see the rumors about you weren't just...
I love a good compliment, but getting one from a terrorist just doesn't put a spring in my step. Still, I suppose the fact you're here means the other ringleaders must be...
V certainly is. As for Gideon, I'm sorry to say he lost his life in crossbow a short while.
What?
He did?
I just received a call about it. Apparently, he was killed by a real top-rate Jaeger Corps hired by your friend, the Blood and Iron chap. Poor guy. I heard it was practically a massacre.
What a terrible way to go.
Well, Gramps isn't exactly known for his bountiful sense of mercy.
If you don't want to die like a dog, don't run around snapping your fangs at him.
You keep talking like this has nothing to do with you, but I take it you've got no intention of beating a retreat. It sounds like you've got the railway gun set to automatic firing.
I was wondering what that sound was. It was loading another round!
Oh, I was It's got,
Conniving witch.
You can let us past, or we're going to force our way through. Your choice.
Careful. She's a dangerous one to tangle with, and she's hiding something.
Damn! Giant archaisms!
Ooh, just my color, too. For borrowed muscle, I've really taken a liking to them. Gideon might have fallen, but it's not too late to send the Chancellor to join him on his way to Gehenna!
How about you go instead?
Crossbell's counting on us. Strike with...
Let's rock!
Think you can satisfy me, little youths?
Go! All right, let's do this!
Right, leave it to me! Leave it to me!
do this! Plasma Storm! Yeah! Arcus, activate!
My turn. Your turn.
With pleasure. Take this! Oh, winds, grant me your strength! Calamity!
How about this?
Go!
Okay. I'm counting on ya.
Come on, Lammy! Come on, Lammy! Dragon Reaper!
Aren't you feisty? We'll see how long that lasts.
Planes, gather on my blade. Strike!
Rise, great towers! Lord Alvarian! Rest in peace.
How about this?
It's my turn. Can you handle this?
Understood.
Behold the might of the Arcade School! Radiant Blade Dance!
Go! There! Now's our chance! Let's go, everyone!
Right! Okay! Here I go! Yeah! Gleaming Blades! Go!
How about this?
Go!
How humiliating.
We'll cut our own path! I did it!
Making progress!
I've only
Nice.
That should suffice.
I'm awesome! Systems deactivated. Thank goodness.
Shouldn't have expected any less from the ace of the 4th Armored Division. Or from Sylphid. The rest of you weren't half bad.
I can't believe...
You are one.
Nightheart here. We've regained.
And we've deactivated the right wing. Good work.
We did it.
Oh, thank goodness.
My. You can hardly call our crossing paths coincidence. Oh well. No matter. Everything played out just like C said it would. Both here and in Crossbell.
What are you talking?
Comrade has.
What? How can they still move?
We've
Go, Comrade S. Regroup with Comrades C and V and bring the him.
That's the plan. Well,
No!
She wouldn't.
Damn.
My name is C, leader of the Imperial. Allow me to extend my congratulations. But it would be foolish to assume this. The hammer of judgment shall fall again. I'm ready.
How can this... So this is the Imperial liberation.
So C was here after all.
Who is he anyway? Even the intelligence division's drawing.
At least this time we managed to capture some of them alive. And they will.
What? Is this poison?
What? This is bad. Looks like these guys all swallowed neurotoxin capsules. I doubt it'll work, but I'm gonna try to Emma, you got any herbs you think might help?
Of course!
Do you think they'll pull through? Not sure. I'd give them 50-50.
Even if we can keep them alive, there's no... no...
Why? These are the kinds of people we're dealing with.
With some quick thinking, hard fighting, and a little luck, we were able to stop a potentially devastating terrorist attack. But with the political climate as it was, this incident, overshadowed by the crisis in Crossbell, was never made public. In the days that followed, we still felt shaken, our eyes newly opened to the dangers facing our homeland, both outside and within.
Drinks are on me someday. Perfect! You guys are the best!
Half a month after the incident at Corellia Fortress, a sense of lingering unease still hung over the Empire. The government increased patrols by the railway, while the noble faction bolstered their provincial armies. There were even rumors that they'd hired several Jaeger Corps. At the center of everything was the Imperial Liberation Front. They had allied with a terrorist group from the Republic of Calvert to attack the trade, and as we'd seen firsthand, had attacked Corellia Fortress in an attempt to fire the 2 railway guns stationed there. They'd made it abundantly clear that they were no mere insurgents. These were dangerous people we were dealing with. And following their attempts to target Chancellor Osborne and the Reformist faction, rumors started to spread of a possible connection between the Imperial Liberation Front and the noble faction itself. Meanwhile, new information was filtering in from Crossbell that surprised us all. During the conference, one of the representatives of Crossbell's state government made the daring declaration that Crossbell would soon declare its independence, breaking, to no one's surprise, both the Imperial government, but one thing was clear. That declaration only served to increase the tension in it. On a cool, clear autumn day, the Academy's prestigious board of directors gathered for their first meeting of the year.
And that concludes my...
Good. It seems the student performance is sitting
The second-year students seem to be having a banner year as well. The student council president in particular has built up an
Well, she attended last month's trade conference, and from what I hear, she put the professional secretaries to shame. I only wish the conference could have ended on a more...
I'll say, the share prices of my company have been on a real roller coaster ride ever since.
Undoubtedly. What happened at the trade conference has wreaked havoc on the economy as a whole. But moving on. I couldn't help but notice in the recent exam reports that Class 1 and 2's academic performance seems to be slipping. Perhaps the preferential treatment given to the upper-class students is hindering their scholastic development?
Well, students belonging to the nobility are allowed to return home during August to learn more about their family. It's a tradition here, but one I can't help but wonder if we've outgrown the need for in this modern...
If I may, traditions accumulate and hold meaning. Our nation's culture, all are rich with tradition that makes Erebonia what it... After all, does not this very institution
Indeed it does. Though I've always understood Dreikel's intent to be the founding of an academy for the people. Even 200 years ago, when education was seen as the province of the nobility, male commoners were permitted to enroll. Today, we have plenty of young women attending, and the commoners easily outnumber them. Perhaps it's time we started taking strides to realize it.
You seem to be laboring under a few misconceptions here. Commoners were permitted to attend, but retainers served knights, who served lords, who served the emperor. From that vantage, the structure of the academy in its earlier days certainly seems to... And if that's so, what is there to suggest that it's...
Well...
For one, if that were the case, it would be far easier for me to see my views put into practice. But I can hardly get a word in edgewise between you two. Well, I'd certainly enjoy a return to the way things were in Dreikel's time.
Our apologies, Your Highness.
Well, our role here is to consider your views and work toward implementing them.
See what I mean? Would you be so kind as to help me out here, Principal?
I'm here to moderate this board. It wouldn't do for me to That said,
I'm sure your passion for reform will triumph in the end, Your Highness.
I suppose I should have known better than to look to my old teacher for...
It warms my heart to see such a fine teacher-student relationship.
Now, if I may, I'd like to steer this discussion toward a rather timely topic. We've already touched on the issues regarding the Orbal Net and the Orbal Staves, but I'd like to stress again that the adoption of new security measures for the Orbal Net should be a top priority.
Well, I'm certainly inclined to agree, but we'll have to rely on the Foundation directly, as things are looking a little...
You can leave that to me. The other matter I'd like to review is the use of the Orbal Staves and the Arcus units. Or more specifically, we need to talk about how Class 7 should operate from here on out. Setting aside the fact that my daughter is a member of Class 7, I think we need to reconsider how the class should be run, in light of what happened at Corellia Fortress. While it certainly proved an excellent chance to see what the Arcus... I have serious doubts about whether we should carry on with these field studies, given the current political climate.
It would be difficult to do so, I admit. With the terrorists at large and the problems in Crossbell unresolved, these are
At the very least, I believe it may be in the class's best interest to cancel this month's field study. We could always resume them once the terrorists have been arrested in this situation.
Arise, O youth. I'm sure you all recognize the words of Emperor Drykos. It's my belief that Class 7's actions at Corellia Fortress perfectly embody the spirit of that directive. They stood together to stop a tragedy in the making, and, in a sense, protected the foundation of our world. No one ordered them to do it. They took action of their own free will, because they knew in their hearts what was right. Some might call it recklessness. Some may think it rash. Some may even venture to call it hubris. However, as chairman of this academy, I'm incredibly proud of what the brave young men and women of Class 7 achieved.
Your Highness.
Troubled times may lay in store for Erebonia, and for the entire continent in the months and years to come. But I believe that makes something like Class 7's field studies all the more significant. The experiences they're having now will help them find the strength and the means to press on through adversity. I can't be the only one who feels this.
They do seem to be showing remarkable growth. That much is true. Although I have no idea how much my daughter is really capable of, immature as she is.
I could say the same of my hot-head of a son.
I do wonder about my brother sometimes. However, it does seem that enrolling at this academy has helped him start breaking out of his shell.
With the Academy Festival coming next month, we hadn't even planned a field study. So the issue at hand is just whether to hold a field study at the end of this month or not. I'd like to ask those in favor of going ahead with this month.
All right, I'd like to begin by taking everyone's ideas for our class's part in the school. The festival will run for 2 days next month, the 23rd and the 24th. Equipment setup and the other preparatory work will begin but there's a lot of preparation needed before we get to that point, and the sooner we get that underway, the better.
That's all the more reason to figure out what exactly we want to do. Some of our options include displays, events, stage shows, and cafe. Does that sound right, Crow?
Yeah, though no class I know would settle for just some simple display. I mean, come on, no one ever said, boy, we better rush to get in the line for that display.
Well, either way, I'd like to start by soliciting some ideas from all of you. We're just brainstorming right now, so...
Would it kill you all to give just a teensy bit of
I know.
It's kind of hard to focus.
You're one to talk, standing up there with your nervous fidgeting.
say I'm surprised.
The board of directors is in session as we speak.
And those of us with family members who sit on that board, probably...
You can say that. We can't even be sure whether there'll be a...
That's about the long and short of it. With everything that happened during last month's field study, it honestly would...
I can't say I have any particular, but I refuse to accept needless changes to our curriculum, especially with my brother involved in the
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
Makes sense to me.
We also have to account for the fact that going on our field study means that much less time to prepare for the... So, as you can see, it presents...
Man, look at you guys.
I probably should have asked a little earlier, but what's this festival you guys keep talking?
Wait, seriously?
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have...
Every year, the students here organize, and there are stage events, food stalls, and it generally falls to each of the first-year classes to provide...
Yeah, participating is optional for the second years, since by this point they're usually... Oh, and each of the clubs generally get involved too.
Huh, that sounds... In that case, we have to do something. We can't just let the other classes...
You say that, but I've already had one of the girls from Class 1 bluster up to me declaring that this time victory will be all ours.
What? It must have been Ferris. That sounds exactly like something she...
Well, Class 1 does seem to have had it in for us ever since the midterm results were announced.
If it's all the same, I'd rather not see the House of High Arms claim yet another nominal victory. But we need to account for the fact that our class is markedly smaller than theirs is.
That's certain.
It'd help if we at least knew what the other classes...
It kind of seems like everyone's having trouble staying...
Come on, everyone!
Instructor Sarah?
Isn't this a self-study period?
Oh, it was. But I thought you all might like to know that the board of... So I decided to skip along down...
Then...
What about our next field study? Are we still on?
The Chancellor's not the only one with a little too much iron in his... Because the board voted unanimously to have...
You mean it?
So that's how it is.
You know, even though they're always hard work, I actually feel...
Considering all that happened last month, we'll need to be a
Still, it feels like our field studies are a...
Yeah.
They're kind of a pain, but oh well.
We should be grateful to His Highness and the directors.
That's good news.
Seeing the hard road and the easy road, then picking the hard one anyway. That's youth for you.
It also sounded like His Highness and the directors will be taking off in pretty short order. So I'll let you guys out of study hall early to...
If you say...
I think I'll take you up on that.
wasn't expecting to fight without your intervention. The Chancellor and I...
Don't mention it.
We're just relieved you're all okay, Your Highness.
Indeed. I'm glad you were able to focus on making a positive contribution.
I wish I could tell you that's exactly what I did. I could scarcely find a place to chime in once the Chancellor and the Republic's president got going. Though the mayor of Crossbell managed to dumbfound even them.
I presume you're referring to his proposal for Crossbell's independence?
Hard to believe it could actually happen.
Well, as long as both Erebonia and Calvard refuse to accept it. Still, they're planning to hold a referendum on these, so there'll be plenty more chances for dispute.
Well, neither of them want to lose all that sweet tax revenue from Crossbell. Half of it flows into the provinces too, so like...
Milliam.
I swear, this kid has all the delicacy of a rock to the face.
So you're Milliam, are you? Your name seems to have come... I was hoping for a chance to see the famous Eric Getlam in action, though.
Oh, sure thing. Come on, Lamb!
Whoa there. Cool.
I'm not sure this is the best place to...
Lame.
Objection overruled.
That could have gotten...
Honestly, it would save us all a lot of trouble if you could just refrain from saying whatever pops into your mind, too.
Lame.
Who might you be?
Say, are you from the Vander family? The one...
Oh, did Neidhart mention me? I'm Mueller Vander of the I was with the Prince. Glad to be able to thank...
The honor is ours, sir.
It's an honor to meet a...
Ah, so you're the Radiant Blade Master's daughter. And I'm always happy to meet fellow students of the sword. Oh, and you must be the young man from Nord who my uncle wrote a reference for.
Yes, that would be me.
It sounds like he's in your debt as well, with every... Well, you all seem like... Perhaps the Prince's idea had some...
See? And it's not just Class 7 either. Perhaps I should take this opportunity to...
If you really want to work up a sweat, I'd be glad to let you run back to Heimdall. If you kept up a good sprint, I'll bet you could even make it...
You'd actually make me do it, too. Cruelty. My name is Mueller.
It's like their hearts practically beat in...
That's certainly one way to look at it.
Well then, I hope we have the chance to meet again.